Excuses make today easy, but tomorrow hard. Discipline makes today hard, but tomorrow easy. And what you want to do is think about this, especially in sobriety. In the beginning, it can be tough. We're talking about making a major improvement in your life. And no major improvement in your life is earned easy. It's going to take some work, right? Some mental work, maybe some physical work, right? Changes in how you go about your day, how you think about your day, how you think about the things that come into your life. And this can be difficult. But when you grow, get with a group of people, you've got the internet now. Hey, you've got Sobriety in Black. You've got many opportunities to get with other people who are disciplining themselves to make their tomorrow greater. Like we say, it gets greater later. And in sobriety, it's definitely the case. Remember, in sobriety, the very second you stop drinking, you're automatically putting yourself in the process of self-improvement. Automatically, for every second, whether it's a small little bit of improvement or leaps and bounds, you're starting. And that's something that you need to appreciate. And that's something that's going to help you be disciplined. You know, discipline is difficult, especially in the beginning, because you're trying to learn a new habit. But getting around people who can encourage you, avoiding people who will try to derail you and undermine your path to sobriety, which when you first start off in sobriety, especially if you're heavier in addiction, chances are you're going to have a lot of people that used to indulge with you that'll be around you who could be a risk to your sobriety, or a threat, I should say. You just want to make sure that you're mindful in how you spend your time with these individuals and discipline yourself to get around a supportive group of individuals, right? Or seek knowledge, look at these different programs, whether you're Christian or not, Muslim, black, white, orange, green, whatever it is, there's some group online for you to connect with. And you have the opportunity to do that, right? But you're gonna have to be disciplined. You're gonna have to invest in your sobriety, especially in your sustained sobriety, because not drinking for one day is one thing, but to continue to do that until it becomes a part of your life, which, given time, it actually does. And that's where the second part of this quote, discipline makes today hard, but tomorrow easy, comes into play. Discipline will make today's life in sobriety a little difficult because you're changing, but it makes your life in sobriety later much easier. For me, I have far less cravings than I ever did when I first began this current path to sobriety 11 years ago, right? It's a lot easier. And that's just with anything. With practice, things get easier. And that's one of the things that I had, it was hard for me to grasp in the beginning. It seemed like, my first day, I felt miserable, without a drink, and I thought I was going to feel miserable forever. And in recovery, that's not the case. Right? With active work, discipline, getting around people, other people that can empower you and give you tools to make it easier, your tomorrow will become easier in sobriety and in life, in anything you do. Think about video games. The first time you play level 1, it may be hard, right? Because you're still trying to figure it out. 3 weeks later, level 1's boring. You're on level 4, 6, 8, or whatever, right? The same thing, the same rule applies in sobriety, but it does take discipline, and it takes cutting out excuses. You can make a million excuses why you're not drinking today, why you haven't quit yet, why you should break your, strength, your streak of sobriety, right? There are a lot of excuses that make today very easy, because then you can go back to what you're comfortable with. But if you want a life, you've got a lot of life ahead of you. And if you want that life ahead of you to be easier, discipline is what it's going to take. But what it takes is the discipline to get around people that you may not know, but you can grow to know in sobriety, the discipline that it takes to work the steps if you're in a program like AA, right? Because it deals with a lot of mental work, but it's mental work that's going to make life tomorrow easier for you in addiction, because you're dealing with your resentments, you're dealing with traumas, you're dealing with the things that brought you to your addiction. And that does take discipline. So if you're on this road, take some time to pat yourself on the back for staying in the game and working hard to level up to where sobriety becomes second nature to you, or as I like to say, first nature, right? And in time, if you have faith, work steps, get around people, discipline yourself, and stop making excuses, you too can have a life in sobriety that's easy, that's part of your identity, and that becomes seamless. All right. So I want to wish that for you out there. I just want to share that message with you. Please feel free to share the video. If you'd like to receive our digital newsletter, you can go to sobrietyanblack.com and register there at the top of the site. Subscribe, and you'll get little email newsletters from me. All right, occasionally. I don't beat you up with it, but I hope that pours into you. I hope it gives you something to think about. Remember, excuses make today easy, but tomorrow hard, and discipline makes today hard, but tomorrow easier. All right. Wish you the best in sobriety, and until next time, peace.